Artists are far and wide across Normal, Illinois, and local rapper Bigelow T has sprouted above the crop. He's building his network through extensive performances throughout town. That's how we connected, and how we would eventually come to have this conversation.
My name is Bigelow T, and I'm a rapper slash college student from Peoria, Illinois. Right now I'm living in Bloomington, Illinois. I go to ISU. Went to high school in Dunlap, Illinois, but I just like play sports and whatever. It wasn't really into music or anything like that. But then went to community college for a while. Got through that in like a year and a half. During the pandemic, I actually didn't go to school. I was like just working full time. Was able to save up some bread. Came to ISU, blew it all on just dumb college stuff like partying, drinking, smoking, fast food, all the things you spend on as a college student.
Post-pandemic, you're getting into music, you're going to college. How did that lifestyle change affect you?
It was a lot of fun, and it was really nervous at first because my first roommates right out of like when I first got here all went to like the high school I went to. So it was just like kind of nerve-wracking, like writing music and then like showing them and like being real with it. I didn't like perform at all at that time though. I didn't start performing until like my second year of being at ISU. I had been like practicing just like rapping by myself for like a while, and I had like plenty of songs. Like I was rehearsed, but I never performed live. There was the Make Music Normal music festival in just uptown Normal. They just close off all the streets and stuff and throw this festival, and they have like an open mic part of it. And I saw that there was an open mic part of it, and I figured it was like the perfect kind of like way to start. It was just right uptown, and yeah, it was there. So I went and did it and signed up. And it was a lot of fun. They just had this like tent and this little like 6x6 stage in the corner. And I went and just like did an aux cord and brought an iPhone dongle. Always important if you're doing open mics, bring an iPhone dongle.
Oh, yeah.
I did the open mic and did the first song, and the host of it came up to me and he was like, "Hey, can you try to like cuss a little bit less? There's kids here." And so on the fly, I just started like censoring myself for my second two songs. But then it went well. Like people were into it. Like some people were bobbing their heads, and it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. And from that like second, like as like weird and also fun and awkward as it was in that tent at like whatever 3 p.m. Rapping, getting told to not cuss, I like still felt very comfortable and very like, yeah, this is what I'm trying to do.
I was gonna say, was there like a certain moment where you kind of just like felt it in your body, like this is what I'm made for?
It really was like one of the first songs. I don't even know what song it was, but I was doing it and there was just this dude watching me that was just like getting into it with me, and really just that right there, I was like, yep, because like I can do this for more people. Maybe not everybody, but a decent amount of people at least.
And is that a feeling that that you like hope to inspire in a lot of people, just meeting them on their level and being, you know, lit with them?
Yeah, definitely. I love like performing live. That's definitely a lot of fun. So I definitely want to just like, yeah, use my career, just manifest my own life, and just try to show people that I'm very ordinary and really no different. I've just like made choices to align with my dreams.
That makes sense. I feel like everybody kind of looks at like rappers and musicians as larger than life figures, and when you really get into it, like you said, everybody's ordinary, and so knowing that's something that you want to put at the forefront is, I like that. You're coming at it from a different angle. This next question I got for you: how do recording in the studio and performing on stage differ? Which do you prefer?
Performing live, definitely, just because it's like a lot of fun. It's super exhilarating, and it's where I just feel like very comfortable and very flow state and very not having to think about it. In the studio, I'm like, I overthink it a lot, and I'm like, oh, I have to hit it perfect because this is like the song that everyone's gonna listen to. And when I'm performing live, I'm just like feel free to flow a different way, pitch my voice at a different, melody or whatever. Like, have fun with it and explore. But yeah, in the studio, I'm always like super meticulous about like getting it like right and perfect. And I almost get more nervous to rap in the booth by myself than I even get to like go out in front of people, just because like I put that pressure on myself of like the perfect take and the perfect song.
I was gonna say, I know a lot of rappers kind of find a peace in the booth, and then when they're live, they'll be nervous beforehand, and then they get on stage, and all those nerves kind of just like go away as they get more into the performance. Have you ever like found any way to bring that free, flow state like you were talking about into the studio? or is it always like, I gotta make the perfect song, I gotta do this, I gotta do that?
So the last couple times I've been in the studio, I've actually been able to kind of like channel that, because I recently realized that there's no difference. Like, you don't need to get the perfect take because you can always just redo it. So just kind of like perform in the booth. So yeah, I have recently been tapping into that. I've been finding some success in it. I'm excited to tap into it more as like I get in the booth more. School's been crazy. Like I said, I'm a student, so have been slacking just a bit in the booth, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm excited to keep tapping in, bringing the flow state in the booth.
I know you mentioned school's been a little crazy. Can you tell me a little bit about how being a college student and having to be a full-time college student at that has impacted your musical career?
It's definitely helped it, even if it's made like less time for music or whatever. If I wasn't a student, I'd be working a full-time job, which would take away the same amount of time. So really, it's not different. It's just school is slightly a bit more like stressful and mind taxing, but it's been super beneficial because I've been able to meet a lot of like-minded young people that are trying to do artistic and creative things. That it's like I met my producer, The Rang. I met my manager and girlfriend, Tucker. I met you, for instance. I've met just a lot of people through being at college here, and then I've also been able to meet a lot of people that like listen to my music and support me, which has been dope. So it's been able to just like open a lot of doors that wouldn't have been opened if I just like worked in the warehouse I was working in Peoria. So it's been dope. It's been a lot of fun, and I feel like the college is a good place to get creative.
The college definitely is a good place to really just like explore your creativity and find out who you really are and what you really want. As a college student, how have you been going through that journey of finding out who you are and what you want?
Just by like making sure that what I'm doing for me. If it's like the day of the show, like making sure I'm really wanting to do the show for me and because I'm still having genuine fun with this and not because like I feel like I have to or whatever. And that's always like something that I hold like close, is just that fresh feeling that that it's like right. And I always feel more comfortable doing studio music stuff than I do like sitting in a class doing project stuff for like the career I'm like going to school for. So yeah, I definitely know that I feel at home where I feel at home in the music because my original major, I actually like my major now. My original major was going to be a PE teacher, and I remember being in those classes, and that was when that was August 2020 when I first came to ISU, and I was super that was when I first like took the transition into like taking music kind of seriously and not just as a hobby thing. So I was taking it seriously, and also the major was like hard. It was a lot, and I was kind of like sick to my stomach, just like not enjoying it, realizing that if I wanted to make rap actually happen, which I did, that this job I was like working for and this degree I was getting was just not gonna coincide with that. Like no school wants a PE teacher that's like trying to be a rapper. So, and like the degree to do that only allows you to be a PE teacher. So I just like felt super not at home and super not comfortable doing that stuff, and I felt really comfortable writing music and stuff, and I felt super comfortable with the decision to change my major to exercise science, and I've like enjoyed that major throughout. And I feel like there's multiple jobs I can get through that, and I feel like none of those jobs really care if you're like rapping on the side or whatever. So I feel like it was just the right move to make.
That definitely does seem like the right move. Just making sure you're getting your education and having another plan on top of the music. Speaking of which, where do you see your career going in the near future?
I see myself graduating and just trying to get a job around here. Just kind of like really planning my like next my life. Trying to shoot for the long term. I've noticed that like really successful people usually just have like one big grand master plan, I feel like. So I'm gonna try to take like maybe even a year or two, just kind of hang out around Bloomington, really hone in my skills while I wait for my homie The Rain to graduate. And then I think we want to move to a big city. Not 100% sure which one. I think we want to head out west, where the like vibes are more just like open. Like the west side of the country is more open to like my kind of like style of music, like lyrical rap and like more trippy sounding beats, as opposed to just like super hard, typical rap like Chicago or New York might like.
Sweet. I'm excited to see where you go.
Bigelow T is coming at the game from a different angle. He's showing that the ordinary guy can get to their dreams. As he continues to move forward as an artist, I'm excited to see where his abilities take him.